Our brains process reality using the same mechanism that it uses to create dreams. So just feel that in yourself for a minute. You know what it's like to be in a dream. You're lost in the dream, and then you wake up and you're like, whoa, that was weird. The same mechanism that is processing that dream is what is processing your interpretation of reality. This is really important to know when you're studying non-duality, because what you're trying to do is step beyond being fixated on the processor. And once you know that, oh, that's just kind of like a computer churning away in your brain and trying its best to give you a good vision and a good interpretation of reality, but it's not reality itself. It's a reflection, it's a mirror. So everything that happens in, what we call the mind is just this churning out of interpretations of things, which is very, very useful. That's why human beings are able to do what we do. It's also why we get so lost. Once people are stuck in duality, you become fixated on all the things and the objects outside of you, and also fixated on all the thoughts and the feelings and things inside of you that aren't the real deal. This is why Buddhism is always talking about truth. What is truth? And always saying that it's something that's undefinable. It's there, but it's undefinable only because the mechanism that we have to define it doesn't have that ability. However, our undivided nature has the ability to not see and understand and define truth, but to kind of live more within it. Alex Shaler has a really good video here on YouTube. I'll have a link down in the description of this one, of non-duality explained visually. He's got a little chart and he shows, what it's like to be stuck in duality, and then what it's like to be in the non-dual state. And what's really cool is on the little graphic that he has for being in the non-dual state, there's all these things, that the person's seeing, but the actual you isn't there because you're blended in to everything. Because once you are operating your mental tool, rather than having that mental tool drive your life, then you can participate in this totally new way in life. That's why so many people say that enlightenment, non-dual state, is the end of suffering. It's not because all sensation and all emotions and everything end. It's because you stop being fixated on that as a thing that defines you. You could just as easily say that the enlightened state and the non-dual state is the end of happiness, because you stop fixating on the happiness. Who would want to even try that, right? There's a certain joy that comes from being free of yourself, of that self that tries to control you. Once you're aware of the mechanism, the only way you can be aware of the mechanism is being who is aware of the mechanism. The you that is living your life